I missed you. I'm gonna caress your face. Is it okay if I caress your face because I missed you so much? All right, back to business. So today we are going to be reviewing a diet log from a viewer who sent me in her diet log. She wants to know how to break a plateau that she's having. This particular viewer is awesome. She lost 64 pounds on her own. She's made a commitment to keeping a very impressive diet log that's online, and but she's experiencing a plateau. So I figured we as a group could all benefit from talking about plateaus and looking over her diet log to see any common mistakes that you might be making and that she might be making, and to just see how we can tweak the diet a little bit to break through some plateaus and to basically speed up weight loss. So let's take a look at her diet log really quick. We're gonna start with just one day. Let's just take one day because I noticed that her days are very, very similar from day to day. So we're gonna take one day and we're gonna go over that day and go over any changes that need to be made. First of all, you'll notice that she has an amazing online log at something called myfitnesspal.com. This is a wonderful way to keep track of your food if you are the kind of person who needs to keep track of your food. I love that she's doing this. So right off the bat, I love that she's keeping track of her food, and it's just keeping her mindful and accountable to herself of what she's putting into her body. So that already is 2 thumbs up, love it. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what she's eating exactly. So for breakfast today, she had a Jif peanut butter. She had a tablespoon of peanut butter, she had a Carb Master yogurt, and she had a Oscar Mayer turkey slices. So what I like about her breakfast is that she's eating breakfast. That's a habit not a lot of people have right off the bat. So I'm very happy that she's eating breakfast. The way that she can improve her breakfast is by replacing deli meat with real meat or real protein. Deli meat is a processed protein. It's filled with artificial flavors, MSG, sodium nitrates, preservatives, and a bunch of other stuff that your liver will have to detoxify. And as we already know, your liver plays a major role in your metabolism. So replace your deli meat with real protein, and also the yogurt. I want you to replace that Carb Master yogurt with something called Greek yogurt. You can get any brand of Greek yogurt, and Greek yogurt in a plain variety, either 2% or 0%, will have no artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that the Kroger Carb Master yogurt probably has some kind of artificial sweetener in it. So we want to steer clear of the artificial sweeteners, the preservatives, the coloring, and all that stuff. So go ahead and go to the Greek yogurt. As for the peanut butter, it's not terrible. It's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but you don't necessarily need that at breakfast time. You can keep the peanut butter, but ideally you would want to go to something without hydrogenated oils. The Jif peanut butter has some hydrogenated oils, so we want to go to a more natural, unprocessed, organic kind of peanut butter. So switch out your Jif peanut butter for a natural organic peanut butter. And also, ideally, I would like to see you add a little bit of some kind of fruit or vegetable in your breakfast. We want to eat vegetables at every meal, especially if you're at a plateau. Eating vegetables at every meal, especially if you're having a plateau, is going to help your liver detoxify. It's going to lend your body some extra fiber, which takes a lot of energy to burn, so you'll be burning more calories at rest, and it's also just going to give you the vitamins and minerals and nutrients to help your body do what it has to do to get rid of your body fat. All right, moving on to meal 2, she had a turkey sandwich on wheat bread. What I want you to do, instead of having the wheat bread, I want you to try brown rice bread. We want to steer away from gluten and most grains, actually. I'm not that crazy about grains, but I understand if you need some kind of bread on your sandwich. So I want you to steer clear of regular wheat bread from the store. Almost 80 to 90% of them have some kind of high fructose corn syrup, which will spike your insulin levels and make fat loss so much harder than it has to be. So move over to brown rice bread, which you can find at Trader Joe's. You can also order it online. It's about the same price as any other bread. So brown rice bread, or some kind of sprouted bread called Ezekiel bread or mother's bread. So try those varieties instead of the regular old whole wheat bread that's from the store. I'm gonna make a video in the future called the whole grain or the whole wheat lie, because most, if not all, of the whole wheat products that you find at the grocery store are just as bad, if not worse, than the regular white bread varieties. So let's eliminate the wheat bread and put your sandwiches on brown rice bread or Ezekiel bread. And also make sure, again, that that turkey that you put on your sandwich is in the deli meat variety. If you go with a deli meat, I can say that the boar's head deli meat is one of the better or more high quality deli meats. It doesn't have as much preservatives. It's definitely a more healthy variety, so look out for the boar's head deli meat. But ideally you would go with a whole piece of meat, like a whole piece of turkey or something like that. All right, for dinner we have the collard greens, sweet potato, and the broccoli. I'm loving all those things. Keep those in your diet, definitely. The sweet potatoes, the collard greens, and the broccoli all have major nutritional benefits. And actually, I would want you to add those habits into some of your other meals. I'm so excited about the fact that you have these vegetables in your dinner. And one thing I do want to mention though is that I noticed that the broccoli has some cheese on it, and I'm probably guessing that the cheese that is on it is the creamy kind of cheese that comes in the prepackaged kind of thing, the Velveeta kind of looking cheese. That's actually not real cheese, and that's actually another thing that's been processed. It's got some food colorings in it. So we want to, if we have to use cheese, I want you to try goat milk variety cheese. And I want you to try to make sure that it's natural and organic if possible. But I want you for now to steer clear of the regular, squeeze out cheese or any of that, we'll call it cheese stuff. That cheese stuff doesn't have any nutritional value. It doesn't have any kind of vitamins, minerals, or anything. So your body doesn't really have use for those kinds of cheeses. So I noticed that the dinner is Papa Do fish, that it's Papa Do seafood. There's a Papa Do by my house, so I'm not sure if this is from a restaurant or if this is prepackaged. If it's from a restaurant, we just want to keep in mind that restaurant food is kind of a cheat meal, an occasional kind of thing. So if you do eat out at a restaurant, I want you to focus on either salmon or shrimp. Catfish is actually a bottom feeder fish, so it doesn't have hardly any omega-3s. It's not necessarily the most healthy fish, so, and especially the fact that it's fried. So we want to stick to, again, grilled salmon or grilled shrimp. Those are two healthier options for you. Okay, the snacks on this day are a few alcoholic beverages. This is a Sunday. You'll notice this is a weekend for her. I know that she doesn't do this every day, but I want to address this because I'm pretty sure all of you guys have some drinks on the weekend. Really, ideally, we don't want to have alcohol unless it's 1 or 2 glasses of something. And even then, I really, really want you to try to not have any alcohol. And a drink every now and then is not going to kill you, don't get me wrong. But alcohol is very, very, very counterproductive to fat loss. Not just weight loss, to fat loss. Your body actually has hormones in it. So I know that you know your body has hormones, but the hormones in your body are affected up to 48 hours after a night of drinking, especially after drinking more than 1 glass of something. So we want to keep the alcohol obviously to a minimum. I know that it's not realistic to say don't drink any alcohol ever, but I want us to try to be conscious of that. Okay, the pre and post workout meal. I love that you're doing a pre and post workout meal. That is awesome. That's great. A lot of people don't know that they should be eating before and after a workout. Now let's take a look at what exactly we've got here. We've got the flat out healthy grain pita bread. What I want you to try is the Food for Life brown rice tortillas instead of the wheat stuff. Again, we want to steer away from wheat for now and give your body a break from the wheat and the gluten and all that stuff. So try the brown rice tortillas if you absolutely need a tortilla. And again, we already talked about the deli meat, so we know that you should use a whole protein, some kind of ground turkey or regular salmon or some kind of whole protein rather than the deli meat. And overall, the main keys that I want you to focus on is adding more organic, raw fruits and vegetables to every single meal. 2, making sure that you focus on whole natural foods, and keep in mind if it wasn't around 10,000 years ago, then we should not be eating it. And number 3 is focus on quality. Quality is always, always so much more important than the quantity. If you eat high quality foods, very high quality foods such as organic, free range, natural, whole foods, your body is going to be much better able to do what it has to do to burn the fat that you're trying to lose. And also, I want to just note, overall, I am very, very, very impressed with the 64-pound weight loss that this particular viewer has accomplished. I'm very impressed with her commitment. She's clearly very committed. She's very organized, and she's tackling this in a way that is going to lead her to success, clearly. So I'm very proud of her for that. So those are my little tips and tweaks that you can use to break through your plateaus. So if you want me to review your diet log on YouTube, then you can send me a message in my inbox at YouTube, and I'll look it over. And obviously I can't do everyone's diet log, but the ones that have issues that are very common, then I'll go ahead and do a review for, and I will do my best to make this a weekly part of the show. Alright, you guys, like all good things, this video has to come to an end, but don't worry, because I will be back in a few days, and we're going to be talking about some awesome fat loss subjects. So stay tuned, subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss a thing, and don't forget to go to my website, leansecrets.com. If you put the promo code YouTube, you'll get 50% off of my already discounted book. So all of the YouTube insiders get a very, very low price on my Lean Secrets guidebook and fat loss program. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys for watching, and until next time, just remember, you're awesome. Bye. This time with me. Isn't this fun? I don't want it to ever end, ever. Group hug.